Hey, coming back in here for a little short little class about the spiritual African spirituality, and I hate to say the do's and the don'ts, but some things to be mindful of. It's important that when you start your ancestral journey and getting in touch with your ancestors, there are certain steps that you should take. One of them is making sure your house is spiritually sound. People use sage too much. Sage has its place, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't use it, but it's not the only thing that you can use. There are other herbs that you can use. Um, you could do cedar, you could do St. John's, um, frankincense. I use frankincense, myrrh. All of those things clean your spiritual atmosphere. The thing about when you do your spiritual, your work with your ancestors, and you clean your home, and you purify your home, a lot of times people just purify their home, and they think that they're purifying their home, but they haven't put anything back in it. It's just sterile. And so when it is sterile like that, then there's spirits that can become attached, that'll come in its place because you've opened up everything. Are you opening up your windows? Are you opening up your doors? Are you saying to the spirits, the unwanted spirits, to get out of your house? Are you mopping your floor counterclockwise and by your door to make sure that all of these situations and spirits come up out of your house? Because what I do is, once I do my, well, I do a spiritual bath, and we'll talk about that later. I can tell you some tips on your spiritual bath. But once I do that, do all of those things that I mentioned, I put music in my house. Like, I play music because it's elevating the vibration. You don't want it to be sterile. And another thing, you have to be, and we'll get more into it, but you have to be very careful, because everybody that comes to your altar is not your ancestor. And you might have some trickster spirits up in there, and they're not there for your best interest. And to be honest with you, all your ancestors aren't there for your best interest. So you have to be very careful. Like I say, you be prayerful and careful, because everybody that goes over there on that altar is not for you. Even if it is your ancestor, you got some ancestors that was ratchet. You got some ancestors that was child molesters, or adulterers, or murderers. You have all of that. So you're selective. You ask for your elevated ancestors to come to that altar. Um, you just have to be careful how you move when it comes to spirituality. I shall.